Hi, I'm Amy Dowling at Fusion Pilates, and today we're going to be talking about how to find our monkey arms. So in the studio, we cue a lot, keeping the ears away from the shoulders, keeping the shoulder blades down, finding the scapula reaching into and stabilizing itself on the rib cage. And that's really important in terms of shoulder mechanics and when you're loading the arms, like when you're on the reformer with the straps doing arm work, if you're on all fours trying to stabilize your arms into your spine. And when you go to lift something heavy, you want that connection of the shoulder blade into the rib cage. But what we don't want to do is think that we need to live kind of like this, right? We need full range and access to that whole 380 degrees in the shoulder girdle. And so I find that I get very, very tight right up in between my shoulder blades into the upper trap. And so this is a nice little exercise to help you find a little bit of relief and release. So I'm going to take a spiky ball, but you could use a tennis ball, a pinky ball, anything about this size, and you're just going to place it in between the shoulder blade and the spine. So there's a little line of tissue that runs through that area, and you just want to breathe into it. And so after a few deep breaths, you want to allow the ball to really reach into that area. And then I like to put my hands on my shoulder and just start to explore the movement of the arm. So this is going to start to floss and tease that tissue that's really tight, hypertonic, overworked, yeah, for many of us. And as you are exploring the movement with the arm, start to really pay attention to the breath. So can you start to really breathe into your torso, fill the lungs with air. That will also help you access the movement of the rib cage. And on your exhale, you want to let all of your air go. Try to make sure that you're not arcing away from the ball, that you want to keep your front ribs soft, back of the pelvis heavy. So all that knowledge that you have about your alignment, you're trying to bring to this as well. And then if this feels good, you can let that go and then start to move and wiggle the torso. So I think of this as my snake spine, and I'm trying to move the spine like a snake does across the ground. And that teases the tissue apart just a little bit differently. And then last, you want to extend the arm above the head. And if this is not a comfortable position for you, you should prop your arm up, build up the floor for the arm so that you don't feel like you're going into extreme of an extension here. But then you can start to lengthen through the ribs and then draw the shoulder blade down. So again, we're trying to find access to that full reach of the shoulder and that release. And if you've ever seen monkeys at the zoo, you've seen them hanging and swinging, they have this whole access to this full range of motion. They're not locked up in their shoulder joints. And so we need to kind of pay attention and learn from them as we try to find more freedom and ease in our own bodies. And then be sure that at the end you take the ball away. Oh my goodness, and I feel so much wider, heavier, longer on this side. You got to make sure you repeat it on the other side so you stay balanced. But very simple, very easy, and very quick. And so you just want to give yourself the opportunity to find those different ranges of motion and see if you can bring a little bit more balance into the range in your shoulders.